Am I gonna die from this cut on my hand? Thankfully not today. Hey, I'm the good guy Cody, and today we're gonna talk about medical preps. This is one of the most important preps next to food and water. And when we talk about medical preps, it's not what you're gonna think of typically of an IFAC, tourniquet, combat gauze, Band-Aids, stuff like that. We're gonna be talking about medications. And the reason why I was thinking about this was I was reading this book called 1 Minute After. And in this book, what happens is an EMP attacks America, and it goes minute by minute and day by day how society collapses in America. And I want you guys to think about this as you're thinking about your preparedness, whether it be for natural disasters like hurricanes or earthquakes, or something more severe like an EMP, and how when society does collapse and you can't get to a pharmacy or there are no medical supplies, how are you going to prepare for you and your family? So this book really got me thinking about, yes, I have Band-Aids and basic first aid and tourniquets and combat gauze and chest seals. I have a whole bunch of medical supplies, but what I didn't have was long-term treatment. What I didn't have was preventative medical equipment on hand for me and my family. And thankfully, Ozio Medical reached out to me to provide me one of their basic medical kits, which we'll talk very briefly about. I am going to do a full-length video on it with one of my buddies who's actually a doctor in the Navy to go more in depth. But real quick, we'll just mention some of those medications, not by name because I'll butcher them, but just what they treat. So in this basic Ozio medical kit, you're going to have 11 different medications, such as antibiotics, anti-nausea, allergy or antihistamines, pain or anti-inflammatory, digestive or stomach relief, cough, or cold, which that medication is going to help you thin up some mucus and congestion in your chest. So let's think about this for a second. In these preparedness situations, we're always prepping for gunshot wounds and stuff like that. But what we're not preparing for is that simple cut that will turn into sepsis or will turn into a heavier infection. So think about this in your preps, guys. How important will medications like this be for your preparedness? I know through experience, and I know through just scenarios that we probably dream up in our heads and research that I do, the most common things that are going to hurt you in a disaster preparedness situation is going to be infection. Is going to be, poor food and water that you're digesting because you're in an emergency situation and that's all you have means to drink or eat. So check out Ozio Medical. Again, we'll do a full-length video on all these medications, but I think it's a great prep. I'll do it more full-length video. They have a code going on right now, Cody, C-O-D-Y, will get you 10% off. And thanks for watching, and let me know in the comments what you think the prep that you most are lacking right now is. For me, it's medical.